We were lucky enough to visit the island of Staffa. Staffa is famous for its unique geology. It's got hexagonal basalt columns that were formed under immense pressure and heat. It's very popular with tourists. There is also Fingles Cave there, which is a sea cave that you can actually walk inside. It's home to hundreds of puffins, which we were lucky enough to see from the boat. We got a beautiful day, so we decided to go diving. We got kitted up in the little tender, and to get out of the tender with all our kit on, we simply roll backwards. We then descended into an entirely different world beneath the waves. This site had kelp. If you imagine kelp like a forest, where the fronds of the kelp are like the canopy of the trees with leaves, and there's all sorts of different types of kelp and plants living in the forest. Lots of creatures live all over the leaves and even eat them, just like in a real forest on land. And if you imagine the trunks of the land forest, well, the kelp forest, these are called the kelp stipes, and again are absolutely covered in life, a very important habitat for many animals in the sea. The roots of the kelp don't take up any nutrients. These are called the holdfasts. And they simply keep the kelp in one place. They come in many strange shapes. This crab has attached little bits of seaweed to its legs, and it wafts around in the waves, just like a piece of seaweed. This is its idea of camouflage, to help it avoid being eaten. Some seaweed even look like a wig. Got a lovely view of a lobster, got such a beautiful blue colour on it. And the entire forest's gently wafting around in the waves, just like trees blowing the breeze. Lots of different types of crabs. These are edible crabs. Here's a different type of crab. Some of the seaweed has the most amazing colour. This one's practically glowing, and lots of beautiful shades of red. Get pretty shells in this country. Here we have a sea urchin. You can see all its little tube feet sticking out. And this little fish here is called a two-spot goby. You can see where it gets its name from. We have a small spotted cat shark egg case. You can see the embryo inside. When these wash up on shore, all dried out, you can find them, and they're called mermaids' purses. Some fish have the most incredible camouflage and blend right into the sandy sea bottom. This is one of my favourite fish to find. This is called a dragonette. There's lots of different types of starfish too. This one is a big 7-armed starfish. And during our safety stop at the end of the dive, we were treated to the mesmerising movements of Aurelia jellyfish, also known as moon jellies. But sadly our time underwater had to come to an end and we headed back to the surface.